Nice that you looking at. Never Grow Up. Don't forget to subscribe. Never Grow Up is a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift from her third studio album, Speak Now, 2010. She wrote the track inspired by her own feelings about childhood and growing up and handled the production with Nathan Chapman. An acoustic guitar-led ballad. Never Grow Up deals with Swift's reflection and contemplation on her childhood. Critics interpreted the lyrics as a message to younger fans and girls about childhood and growing up. In reviews of Speak Now, many critics found the song emotional and praised Swift's songwriting. They have retrospectively remained positive of the track and listed it in their rankings of her discography. Commercially, Never Grow Up reached the US Billboard Hot 100 and Country Digital Song Sales charts, with respective peaks of number 84 and number 12. It received certifications in the United States and Australia. Swift performed the track outside the set lists on 5 of her concert tours. Following a 2019 dispute regarding the ownership of Swift's back catalog, she re-recorded the song as Never Grow Up, Taylor's version, for the 2023 re-recorded album, Speak Now, Taylor's version. Taylor Swift wrote her third studio album Speak Now, 2010, entirely by herself and co-produced it with Nathan Chapman. She included all of the emotions she felt in the last 2 years on the album and conceived it as a collection of songs about the things she had wanted to but was unable to do with the people she had met in her life. One such song is Never Grow Up, which Swift wrote for her younger self, inspired by the nostalgia of her own childhood and the uncertainty of growing up. It is a ballad led by an acoustic guitar, played by Chapman, lasting about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Swift's vocals on the song are breathy, and she is accompanied by a background male vocalist. Critics deemed Never Grow Up one of Speak Now's most country-leaning tracks and the closest to Swift's previous works, with some believing that it could have been for her 2006 self-titled studio album. Rolling Stones writer Rob Sheffield viewed the song as a folksy finger-picking change of pace on Speak Now. Based on confessional songwriting, the lyrics of Never Grow Up address Swift's reflection on her childhood. In the first verse, she takes on the perspective of a mother talking to a baby. Your little eyelids flutter 'cause you're dreaming. So I tuck you in, turn on your favorite night light. Swift asks the baby to never grow up, to keep up with their bond in the future. The next verse sees Swift observing a teenager convincing her mother to drop her off near a movie theater because she deems that it is not cool to see her at her age being dropped off by her parents. In the last verse, the perspective shifts to Swift herself, contemplating her childhood, wish I'd never grown up, and longingly looks back on it. I could still be little. She wants to remember all the memories. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room, but at the same time they are fading. I just realized everything I have is someday gonna be gone. Critics analyzed the lyrics as a message to younger girls and fans. In NME, Hannah Mylrea deemed it Swift dealing out her best life advice for younger fans in particular. Sam Sodomsky of Pitchfork opined that she sounds far older than her years as she urges girls younger than her to savor every moment in their lives. Kate Atkinson from Billboard said that the song has a universal message of trying to hold on to your own innocence and/or shielding the innocent ones around you. Matt Bjork of Roughstock thought it was written to a younger girl, reminding her to cherish the moments of her childhood as she grows fast and will, never able to reclaim that carefree, fantastic time of your life. For American songwriter Jacob Whitty believed that Swift was reaching out to her audience, particularly girls. Sometimes we want to stay the same age, sometimes we want to be older. But no matter what we want, life happens. After Speak Now's release, Swift performed Never Grow Up at selected locations of the album's associated world tour in 2011. These include Lexington, Houston, and Raleigh, all of which are where she performed an acoustic rendition of the song. In 2013, Swift sang the track with a guitar during a Washington concert of her Red Tour. On the August 15, 2015, show at Santa Clara of her 1989 World Tour, she performed Never Grow Up in dedication to her godson and the second child of the actress Jaime King. On her Reputation Stadium Tour, 2018, and Eras Tour, 2023-24, Swift sang it as a surprise song, a label for the songs she randomly plays throughout the concerts, in Philadelphia and Kansas City, respectively. She also performed the track 2 times as part of mashups of her songs during the Eras Tour in 2024. The first one was with Robyn, 2024, at a Zurich show on July 10, and the second with The Best Day, 2008, at a Vancouver show on December 6. Initial reviews of Never Grow Up found the song vulnerable and praised Swift's songwriting. Chris Willman of Our Country described it as a sweet lullaby with an undercurrent of sadness or even wary adult bitterness. Alex McPherson from The Guardian believed that it was where Swift was at her most brave on the album and considered her singing to herself devastating and genuinely uncomfortable. Sam Nair of the Los Angeles Daily News viewed the song as an excellent ballad and a surprisingly prescient lullaby. Rick Moore from American Songwriter said that the great opening lines and use of imagery could see Swift start writing tracks without romance in them and become a truly accomplished writer. Melinda Newman of Hit Fix wrote that the song was spare and lovely. A few critics drew comparisons to other songs. The Los Angeles Times writer Ann Powers likened it to Brad Paisley's Letter to Me, 2007. Conceptually, but thought both songs had different takes on their theme. She also viewed the track as Swift's most revealing song to date. John J. Moser of The Morning Call considered Never Grow Up to have the opposite concept of her song, The Best Day, 2008, and one of the best tracks on the album where Swift actually changes it up. Leah Greenblatt from Entertainment Weekly regarded the song as a fragile lullaby, and the soft focus reversal of Harry Chapin's track, Cats in the Cradle, 1974. Other critics focused on other aspects of the song. Dave Heaton from Pop Matters said that Never Grow Up had country radio potential and thought it showcased Swift's potential capability of taking common country radio templates and perfecting them. George Lang of The Oklahoman believed it was one of the tracks that prevented the album from becoming a tabloid marathon. Matthew Horton of BBC Music regarded it as a sunburst pop that would brighten any daytime radio playlist. Retrospective reviews of Never Grow Up remained positive. Atkinson and Sodomsky thought it was wistful and tender. The musicologist James E. Perrone viewed Never Grow Up as a standout on the album and attributed it to the theme of childhood, which he lauded Swift's sentiments about it and how it complements with the composition. He also said that the song represented her growth as a songwriter, believing that she would explore more themes other than her autobiographical songwriting. James Rettig from Stereogum considered it one of the most heart-wrenching tracks from Swift's discography. Karina Liptak of Taste of Country and Martin Chilton of You Discover Music considered the song highly introspective and praised the emotionalism that was displayed. Finley Liu from Young Post considered the song one of the album's underrated tracks. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.